What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a beginner glutes and core workout. If we've not met before, my name's Margaret. I'm 25, I live in Arizona. I'm a Pilates instructor, and this week it is all beginner Pilates workouts. So today is day 3. Happy Wednesday. You've made it. We're gonna go ahead and get started just with a little bit of breathing, a little bit of a warm up, and then we're gonna go ahead and hop right in. I want you to bring your hands to your rib cage, just like we did in our first video in the warm up. A little bit of overlap of the fingers. So hands right where, if you have a long line sports bra, right at the edge of your sports bra. We'll take a nice deep inhale. Feel the fingertips pull apart, and then big exhale. Let all that air go. Feel the fingertips come together a little bit. So again, we're thinking about pushing the air out from side to side. We'll do 2 more just like that. This will be our last one. Perfect. Now from here, I want you to bring your hands right by your sides. We're gonna take a big inhale, pull your shoulders up towards your ears, make it really exaggerated, and then big exhale, we pull the shoulders down. So kind of exaggerated, like stupidly big. Inhale, pull them up. Exhale, bring them down. 2 more. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, bring them down. This will be our last one. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, pull them down. Now from here, I want you to find that in-between position in the shoulders. So open up through the chest, open up through the collarbone, roll the shoulders down and back, hold your shoulders there. That's where we're gonna keep them all throughout class. Hands come down by your sides. I want you to uncross the legs, feet come out in front of you. We're gonna drop the knees from side to side. Just a little windshield wiper action. It's a really good release through the outsides of your hips and through the inner thighs. So just kind of rock them side to side. If you feel a little bit tight today, that's okay. So do I. My hips are feeling a little bit crazy, so maybe take it a little bit smaller. That's fine. Fine with me. Okay, we'll do 1 more each side. And then I want you to swing everything around. Legs are gonna come out in front of you. We're gonna take 1 big forward fold. Inhale, circling the arms up, around, overhead. We'll exhale, hinge the hips, start to forward fold. Reach down for the feet. If you can't reach your feet, reaching the shins is just fine. Maybe bring your hands to your mat. Take a deep breath here. And then we'll start to roll everything up, come back up into seated. Now from here, we're gonna bend at the knees, feet come down, plant your feet down on your mat. Fingers are gonna reach out in front of you, arms go out nice and long. We're gonna inhale, sit up nice and tall, shoulders over the hips. Exhale, you start to pull your belly button in towards your spine. Find that tuck in your tailbone, start to roll back onto your hips. Now from here, we're just gonna roll all the way down. So if you need a little bit of assistance, bring your hands behind your hamstrings. Everything comes down, head's gonna be the last thing to touch down. Okay, once you get there, we're gonna rock the knees side to side 1 more time, and then we'll really get into things. Now laying down, typically, when you take that first rock from side to side, your back's gonna crack. And that's okay, mine does too. Hopefully you didn't hear it. Okay, 1 more each side. And then we'll reset, feet about hips distance apart. Hands are gonna come down by your sides, palms flip down, press your triceps down into the mat, press the backs of your shoulders down into the mat. We'll take an exhale. Find that tilt in your pelvis. So pull the hips upwards towards the rib cage, and then we'll press down into the heels, roll up through the spine, pressing up into the top of a bridge. At the top, we'll pause, we'll inhale, and we take another big exhale. You start to roll everything back down. Now we'll keep moving like that as you press your hips up, and as you lower, I want you to find the tuck in your tailbone. So we're thinking about pulling the top of the hips upwards towards the rib cage. We're flat through the front of the body, flat from hip to hip, and then also pretty flat through your back. Now I want you to be rolling up into this bridge. So each little piece of your spine lifts up 1 by 1. On the way back down, same thing. We press each little piece of the spine down until we come down onto the tailbone. We'll do 2 more here, and then we're gonna hold up at the top. So 2 more, full range. This will be 2. This will be our last one. We're gonna bring everything down, and then we'll press the hips back up. You come up to that highest point. We're gonna hold it here, take a breath, and then we'll start to add in with some little tiny pulses. You're just gonna pulse the hips 1 inch down and 1 inch up. Really small, slow and controlled. Think about pressing heavy into the heels, trying to squeeze your heels in towards your glutes so you start to activate through the hamstrings if they're not already activated. They should be a little bit. Okay, we'll take 4 more here. That'll be 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Everything's gonna come down. Take a breath down at the bottom. Take a second to pause if you need to. We're gonna go right back into those glute bridges. Okay, so tuck your hips up and under, press up into a bridge. Pause at the top to inhale. Another big exhale, we roll everything back down. We're gonna do 4 more here. Then we hold it up at the top. This will be 4. Ooh, deep breaths. This will be 3. 2. And last 1. Okay, we're gonna come all the way back down. And then we press the hips back up. You find that highest point. Now this time what I want you to do is lift the left heel, press heavy into the right. Now we take those little tiny pulses, 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Really small, slow, and controlled. You have to press super heavy into the right side to help your body stabilize. So if you start to feel the right leg burning out, you're in the right spot. Okay, we're only doing 4 more here. That'll be 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Hold the hips up, drop the left heel, now lift the right. So we're high on the right toes, tiny pulses, 1 inch down, 1 inch up. 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Really small, slow, and controlled. Make sure you still have a little bit of space in between your chin and your chest. Perfect. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and last 1. We lower the right heel, lower the hips all the way down. Glutes are on fire, hamstrings on fire a little bit. Just rock your knees from side to side. Whew, take a deep breath. Okay, from here, we're gonna keep laying down on the mat. I want you to lift your knees so that they come up above your hips, shins parallel to the ceiling. Hands are gonna come right to the tops of your legs. And now I want you to think about pushing your hands into your legs and your legs into your hands. So right away, you create a little bit of resistance for yourself. If keeping the knees above the hips isn't for you, that's okay. Bring your feet down. Do the same thing from there. Push hands. You can come up onto the heels so you flex the feet. Push hands into legs, legs into hands. Okay, now wherever you're at, feet down or feet up, we're gonna take a little bit of movement. Same side, dead bug. I want you to inhale, open the right leg forward, right arm back. Exhale, squeeze it in, press the hand into the leg, leg into the hand. Same thing on the left side. Inhale, open left leg forward, left arm back. Exhale, we squeeze it in. Reset that pressure. Same thing with the feet down. So we've got the heels down, toes up. We inhale. So you can slide your heel forward, open the arm back. Exhale, squeeze it in, push hand into the leg, leg into hand. Same thing on the left. Now it doesn't have to be a really big movement. You can keep it super small because I want you to keep your spine and your low back pressed down into the mat. So if you have the feet up, if you start to feel that your low back is lifting, we've taken it a little bit too far, think about kicking your leg upward instead of forward to help you continue to press some pressure into your low back. We'll do 1 more each side. Last one on the left. We'll bring everything in. Okay, keep pushing hands into legs, legs into hands. We'll hold for just 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze your knees in. Rock your hips side to side. That one's a little bit sneaky on your core. Okay, from here we're gonna rock and roll, come up into a tabletop position. So if you wanna just hug your knees into your chest, you can use a little bit of momentum. Roll yourself up. If that doesn't work, just come up however it works. And we're gonna find a tabletop position. So hands down on your mat, knees back. We've got the shoulders right on top of the wrist, hips on top of the knees. We're gonna start working here through the right leg with a donkey kick. So start to hover your right knee, flex your foot. Exhale, we'll push the heel up towards the ceiling. Inhale, we'll pull it back down. As we move here, it's not a really big movement because I want you to try and maintain stability in the hips. Now, if it starts to feel not so great on your wrist, you are welcome to come down to your forearms. Take it from there, that's all right. Just move slowly and with control. Doesn't really matter to me where your upper body is, so long as it stays locked into place. We'll do 2 more here, and I'm gonna press back up. This will be 2. And last one. I want you to bring your right knee back down in line with your hip. Keep hovering the right knee. Now we're gonna open out to the side for a fire hydrant. Exhale, we open. Inhale, we close. Okay, check in with your body. Make sure you're pressing down evenly through all 3 points of contact with your mat, through both hands and through the left knee. 3 more here. This will be 3, 2, and last one. Right knee comes down. Take a second, press your hips back to your heels, release through the wrists, take a deep breath. And then we'll find that tabletop position one more time. Right knee stays down. Now we start to hover the left knee. Flex your foot. Exhale, we'll push the left foot up. Inhale, we bring it back down. Now we want to be really mindful that we're staying engaged through the core, keeping the low back nice and flat. Sometimes as we get into a donkey kick, we all get a little bit over ambitious and we press the foot up and we dip the low back down. So if you look and you can see yourself in a mirror, you can see yourself in a camera, whatever, just check in on your low back. If you're looking like this, we've taken it a little bit too far. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and last one. We'll bring the left knee back down. Keep the knee hovered. Now we open out to the side. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Not a big movement. You'll feel a squeeze in the outside of your hip. It's where we want it. It's in the glute. Not a whole lot here. Just 3 more. This will be 3, 2, and last one. Perfect. Left knee comes down, press your hips back, reach the arms long in front of you, take a deep breath. Okay, we're not gonna do a whole lot of tabletop work today because I know it's a lot on the wrist. It's really good to help us hit the glutes, but we're actually gonna swivel all the way back down, lay back down onto your back. We'll do a little bit more core work to wrap things up because I said abs and glutes and I'm gonna give it to you. Okay, so just roll everything down. I'm not gonna make you do anything crazy, I promise, although it might start to feel a little bit crazy, that's okay. You can handle it. From here, I want you to bring your knees up above your hips. If that does not work for you, feet down, bring the toes down, open the heel or lift the heels, okay? What we're gonna do from here, you'll keep your head down and keep your shoulders down. We'll start moving on the right leg. I want you to open the right knee out towards the right side of the room, still staying stable in the hips. Exhale, we'll squeeze the right knee in. I know it was hard to see that one. Now you'll see it on the left. We're gonna open the left knee out, still keeping the hips stable on your mat. Exhale, we squeeze it back in. Now, if you're not really sure what your hips are doing in space, I want you to bring your hands right to the tops of your hips. So you'll be able to feel if your hips are opening up a little bit too much. You'll be able to feel if they're rocking from side to side. If they are rocking, that's okay. It's a pretty easy fix. We want to press evenly through both of the hips, press down through the tailbone, press into your shoulders. And if you have your hands down by your sides, press into the palms of the hands and into your triceps. We'll do 1 more each side. That'll be 1. And last one. And then we bring the knees back above the hips. From here, we're gonna inhale, kick the legs forward. Exhale, pull it in. Right away, it might feel a little bit heavy. Your legs are kind of heavy, especially when we try and push them out like this. It's a lot on your low back. So instead of kicking forward, I want you to kick up if the legs are making you lift at the low back. Try to keep your feet, your ankles, your knees, your inner thighs glued together. And think about pressing your inner thighs into each other. Anytime the legs are above the hips like this helps us to get into our low belly. Perfect. We'll do 3 more here. This will be 3. This will be 2. And last one. Cool, bend at the knees, pull the feet down, rock your hips from side to side. Take a breath. Okay, we're gonna do one more push there. I want you to lift your legs all the way up above your hips. So nice long line from the heels to the knees, knees to the hips. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Hands come down by your sides. We're gonna inhale, start to lower the right leg down. Find that point that you can control, doesn't have to be super far. Exhale, we'll pull it back in. Same thing on the left. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now, if you're feeling good right there, we can add in with an upper body crunch, but I'll leave that up to you. You don't have to add it in. Hands can come behind the head. You can peel up through the head, neck, and shoulders. You find that cervical nod that we've talked about, that we did yesterday. And you'll just think about pressing your tailbone and your low back down into the mat, so there's no space between your back and the mat. If you can see light coming through your low back, we've taken it a little bit too far. Okay, we'll do one more each side, then we're done. This will be 1 and 1. There we go. Bend your knees in. You can hug them in towards your chest, rock your hips side to side. Take a breath. Feet can come out to your mat. Rock the knees side to side. Take a deep breath. And we're gonna keep hanging out here. We'll just take a figure 4 and then I'll let you go. If you wanna do a little bit of a bigger stretch, I'll link a video that you can watch. You can keep your left foot down on the ground, cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee. Now, if this feels good right here, that's awesome. You keep hanging out here. You just wanna feel a release through the outside of your right hip. If you need a little bit more, you'll grab onto the back of your left leg, gently pull your legs in towards you. So you get a little bit deeper into the right hip. We're just gonna hold here for 3, 2, and 1. We'll release the left leg down, uncross the ankle, plant the heel down, and then cross the left ankle over the top of your right knee. Again, if you're good here, stay right here. If you want a little bit more, you want a deeper release to the left hip, reach behind the right leg. Hands come behind the hamstring. Gently pull your legs in towards you. Keep breathing here. We're just gonna hold for about 3, 2, and 1. Release the legs, let it go, uncross the ankle, and again, we're gonna rock the knees. It's good. It's a nice little like massage on your low back. Okay, once you're ready, you can put your legs out in front of you. We're gonna take 1 roll up all the way up. Reach your arms behind you. Inhale, lift the arms up over the shoulders. Exhale, we tuck the chin to the chest, draw the belly button to the spine, start to roll, roll, roll all the way up. Once you get up, you fold forward over the legs, release through the upper back, and we'll come all the way up into a seated position. You can swing the legs around, and that is where I'm going to leave you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, let me know. Remember, you're awesome. You can do anything you put your mind to, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow.